Hi, guys. We're going to go over underwriting and really breaking it down. We're going to go over how to underwrite, what carriers do we actually write, what the options are for our clients, and different scenarios that we can use. Just giving you an idea of how things work, how to navigate through, and how to become an expert at what you do. Now, how to underwrite. A couple key things that you want to make sure that you do. First is you want to make sure you print and use your underwriter guide. This is on the FFL 101 orientation Telegram channel. This is a PDF where you can print it off. Go ahead and make sure that you get it printed off and have it in some sort of a binder or something that you can use where you can put tabs of quick references for yourself. That way you can go ahead and utilize this in the home, get really familiar with navigating through it for yourself. Second, what you're going to want to do is make sure you use your financial inventory sheet, making sure to answer all the questions or ask all the questions that are on there. That way you can get a detailed inventory of exactly what your client has going on financially, insurance wise, health wise, anything like that. That way you can help to assess and to figure out exactly what type of help and what type of gaps they have in their family, so that way you can maximize the protection for them. You want to make sure you ask details. Now, key things that you're going to know is when someone says, "Hey, I had a heart attack." When? How long ago? How did they treat it? What's going on now? You want to make sure you ask them, what their height, their weight is, and all the details about their different scenarios of their health. Go over Eagle Premier through Americo, their knockout questions. Taking a look at their knockout questions is a very good indication of the type of questions that you need to make sure and ask the people that you're sitting with. These are simple. I think there's 10 to 13 simple questions. Getting yourself familiar with those and as you utilizing your financial inventory sheet, you'll be able to navigate your way through the in-home very smoothly. Make sure to look up medications. You can download an app on your phone or your laptop that's a prescription lookup database. You can type in the prescription and really get a good indication of what these prescriptions say that they treat. Now, if the prescriptions are matching with the types of things that they're saying that they have in their health history, then it'll be very easy to figure out what route that you can go. If something pops up on there that says it treats a specific health thing that they have not disclosed to you, that's a time where you can ask, "Hey, Mary, have you by chance ever been treated for any chest pain, any angina?" Things like that, to where it can help to bring up conversations and help to remind your clients of exactly what type of health stuff they have going on. And then lastly is making sure that you call in the home. When you do your financial inventory and you have the questions and the details ready to go, when you call in the home, you can get a second opinion, make sure that you're putting your client in exactly what you think, or perhaps you're lost and you're not entirely sure. That's okay. What I suggest all of our agents to do is to get the details, be the fact finder, and then call in the home. You can let your client know. What I'm going to do is give a call to my senior underwriter, just get a second opinion, make sure that I'm on the exact same page that I'm thinking I'm going to go. Now you're going to call and you're going to say, "Jessica, hi there. I'm sitting down with Mary. She's 74 years old. She's got a history. She had a heart attack 4 years ago. She's on metoprolol. She has diabetes. She's taking metformin, no complications ever. She was diagnosed after the age of 50, and she's on a atorvastatin for her cholesterol. She's looking for final expense coverage. Her daughter is going to be the beneficiary. She's going to be cremated, looking to leave some money behind if she can. She's got about $1,500 a month coming in." Now, whatever someone says, perfect. That's exactly what I was thinking, and go move on, regardless if you were or were not. Those are going to be your key ways of how to underwrite and what your steps are going to need to be. Making sure that you utilize that underwriting guide, get comfortable asking the questions, getting the details, being the fact finder so that way you can call in the home. Now, what carrier? What carrier are you going to use? So we're going to get into two different avenues of this: final expense and mortgage protection. Now, with final expense, rules of thumb for in-home final expense. You want to always start with Americo. It's one of the easiest ones to become approved. If it gets declined or it pivots into a guaranteed issue, you're going to want to pivot to a different carrier. You go with American Amicable or Prosperity, always starting with the immediate coverage, but trying to go for best offer. As a last option, you'll do AIG. Those are for people who are terminal, congestive heart failure, on oxygen, have current cancer, or an organ transplant. Like I said, you always want to make sure that you call in the home, but this is going to give you a guide of where to pivot. Now let's go ahead and get into mortgage protection. Mortgage protection, very similar. I'm going to run with Americo. You start with the HMS, return of premium. HMS 125 is without. You've got John Hancock Vitality. This is for straight term coverage. Mutual of Omaha Term Life Express and American Amicable, they're Easy Home Protector and Easy Term. Again, these are a reference of areas that you'll want to go. These are term simplified issue products. But again, always calling in the home is going to help guide you so that way you know where to pivot. Now, as far as what options, right? What options do we have for our clients? Now, again, final expense, mortgage protection, life insurance. Perhaps this is a final expense appointment. Let's get into final expense. Now, the options and the details that we want to make sure that we understand for final expense burial coverage, these are permanent whole life options. There's a death benefit, there's affordable level premiums, which means the coverage is never going to go up, is billed cash value. They don't expire. There's coverage until the age of 120. These are tax-free, free from probate. They can't get tied up. This is money that's going to go ahead and go directly to the beneficiary to make sure that they have what they need to take care of those final expenses. Some people choose to leave some extra money behind as a legacy, perhaps to children or grandchildren. These are the key things, the key components for someone who's using their final expense insurance. This is what you're going to be helping those final expense appointments with. Now, mortgage protection. Let's dive into mortgage protection. It's important to understand the options with mortgage protection and what these different options can do for your clients based off of what their goals are, what they qualify for, and what's affordable to them. Now, traditional mortgage protection is straight accidental coverage. This covers any accidental death. There's individual and family coverage. These are affordable level premiums. So again, they do not go up. There's return of premium available for under 50. There's additional benefits for car accident and common carrier deaths. And coverage is renewable until the age of 80. So this covers all the way until the age of 80. Now, living benefits mortgage protection. This is 10 to 30 years of coverage. Again, death benefit. This has living benefits. Now, depending upon what state you live in, there's critical, chronic, terminal illness. These have level premiums. Again, they never go up. There's optional riders for return of premium, which is available for under 60. Gives you the option to get all of your money back or give clients the ability to pay off their home early with return of premium. You're going to have additional benefit for accidental death as well. Now, standard mortgage protection. Standard mortgage protection would be your straight term coverage. This is going to be anywhere from 10 to 30 years of coverage. Again, death benefit, affordable premiums, level premiums. There's an optional rider for return of premium available under the age of 50, and there's optional health and wellness benefits. This comes with the John Hancock Vitality, which you'll go ahead and dive into more. Last one would be the critical time mortgage protection. These are for clients who perhaps are older or they don't qualify for any term coverage. These can be permanent options that can still give a death benefit, have level premiums, build cash value, coverage until age 120. Again, that tax and free from probate coverage. And this, most importantly, provide time. Time for your clients to give their wives or their children, their spouses, time to make decisions so that way they don't have to go from the funeral home or the crematory to the real estate office. Perhaps there's the market is down, or they need time to figure out what they want to do. Again, these are your mortgage protection options for your clients. Now, I'm going to breeze through the last one, which is your life insurance options, which are very similar to your mortgage protection. Again, the main difference is these are term with living benefits, term coverage. There's going to be the index universal life, which we actually haven't talked about yet. These are more of a permanent coverage, death benefit, tax-free retirement options, level premiums, and can be structured to pay into it for 7 years. There are affordable premiums, which is best to overfund because this can be a supplemental for your retirement. Again, we have whole life permanent options and then term accidental. Understanding what we can offer our clients and what is going to be available for them is going to be a huge component. So that way we can make sure first, once we've done our underwriting, we figure out what they qualify for. Then based off of what we know they're qualified for, we can get into their options. We never want to get into what do you want before we find out what actually they can qualify for. Now let's go over a couple scenarios. All right, guys. So we're going to go into some scenarios just for final expense. What I want to show you is how to use your underwriting guide to your full advantage. Now, say you're sitting down with Mary. She's 78 years old. She's got COPD. Now, what we want to look at is, like I said on the previous slide, was that AIG is going to be our very, very last case scenario. So we look here, we've got COPD for Mutual of Omaha, it's graded. Americo is a guaranteed issue. We've got Ultra Protector. Oh, there we go. I've highlighted American Amicable. What you want to find out is how long if they're being treated, how long ago they were diagnosed to figure out, can you put in place an immediate graded or ROP. Now, neuropathy. Neuropathy can be due to diabetes or others. So it's important to find out what the neuropathy is from. Based off of what we are looking at here, American Amicable would be the best coverage for somebody with neuropathy because if it's not due to diabetes, then I would go in for the immediate coverage with neuropathy. Now, heart attack, any heart attack, heart surgery, heart valve replacement, if it's over a year, then you're going to want to go with Americo. Now, again, we look down here, cirrhosis of the liver. Seeing here, most are declined, are denied. You're going to go ahead and want to make sure that you use, again, there I've got highlighted American Amicable. And then congestive heart failure, as you see here, there is a decline straight across the board. This would be best used for AIG. Now, again, these are just a few examples for yourself as to how you can utilize the tools that we have available. That way you can work your way to being an expert in the field. But again, that's not to hold yourself back. Know how to utilize the tools, know what to look for, know the health questions to ask, and know that your mentor, the person who's helping you, is just a phone call away. Make sure you have a couple people's phone numbers saved, that you have an order of people that you go ahead and you give a contact through. Call multiple times, text 911. You've got a big support system. This is, again, underwriting and breaking it down.